I am Sergeant Sergio Sanjuan with 112 Cav, Avenger Company. We are currently out here in Lithuania. I am a 19 kilo, which is a M1A2 armor crewman, and we are in charge of maintaining and operating the M1A2 Abrams tank. I am a gunner. A gunner shoots the main gun, 120 millimeter smoothbore cannon. It's a really nice feeling. My favorite part about being a gunner, it's probably leading my crew members in the best direction possible, being efficient, and keeping the overall morale up in the crew. Since I'm on the one track, the TC is not usually there, so it's just myself, my loader, and my driver. And thank God I have a good crew, because it just takes us three and we get that tank going and running smoothly as possible with little to no problems. Tank platoon, there's a 1-track, 2-track, 3-track, 4-track, four tanks. Sometimes you have a HQ tank assigned, but the 1-track is PL, the 2-track platoon leader. The 2-track is the most experienced section sergeant, followed by the 3-track, which is the least experienced section sergeant, and the 4-track, which is the platoon sergeant. The GAFB is the German Armed Forces Proficiency Badge. There is a weapons qualification in the beginning, which is known as the Schützenschnur. There we will go with rifle qualifications at 50 meters, 100 meters, and 200 meters. All from the prone position, kneeling position, and the standing position, with a sprint in between. After we qualify for that, we will be in tiers of bronze, silver, or gold. And 4 of us from the battalion were lucky enough to get gold. After that, we will be proceeding on with the GAFB, which is a PT test, which consists of straight arm hang, 65-second mark, followed by 11 10-meter sprints. 39 seconds, a good one to get, and to end it all off, a 1,000-meter sprint as fast as you can. Then whoever gets gold, silver, or bronze from the Schützenschnur will then get qualified for gold, silver, bronze for the GAFB, which is a entirely separate badge. One of the very few, I believe it was 1 out of 4 of us qualified for gold for the Schützenschnur portion, and I believe it was just 2 of us. It was myself and my LT qualified for gold for the entirety of the GAFB. Yeah, it was quite a few of them out there. I was kind of surprised myself, especially dealing with SECO, which is the infantry, engineers, a little bit more qualified on the rifle platforms. The Norwegian Ruck March was an event that we were invited to. We had 2 different chances this year. It is a ruck march where we have to pack a 25-pound ruck weight and go around for 18 miles. This provides us good experience because every year we are supposed to be taking 12-mile rucks. So once we hit that 12-mile ruck limit, that's when you can see and pace yourself on what your time is. And then you got 6 more miles to go after that to complete the Norwegian Ruck March. So if you complete 1 Norwegian Ruck March, that would be bronze, followed by 2 silver, and then 5 total will be gold. The spur ride is a good educational and historical event that the CAV holds. The spur ride involves 12 different lanes with ruck marches in between, and we're constantly getting educated on not only just the history of the CAV, but different lanes. As each lane is a different lane of instruction, which so I'm a tanker, and my lane involved 50 cal disassembly, assembly, and operation, followed by proper maneuvers of loading and unloading. So that was fun. It was myself and my peer, who was also a tanker, and we were both there to help the rest of the crew out. It was like a total of 15 of us. So we started off the morning 3 a.m. with some smoke sessions all the way up until, I would say, around 7 a.m. That's when we started on our journey for the spur ride. Between each lane, you will be rucking, and our first lane, we got a little lost in a bog. So that was a good experience, but we had a good crew. They were strong, and they pulled through. And yeah, it was 36 hours total. And then after that, went to a board, answered the questions correctly, and we got out of there with our spurs. I think I took 40,000 steps that day, so whatever that translates to. I always was a little jealous because I just got into the Army, so I remember showing up to my first formation and seeing Stetsons and spurs and kind of just wondering how they got those. And now I'm here with the same thing. It wasn't easy, but you know, it was a challenge. It was fun. I'm glad I don't have to do it again though. We had 3 Norwegian troops attached to our crew, our spur ride, and they were great. You know, they were physically better than most of us. So it was good to not only learn from them because they were also a tank crew. It was good to challenge yourself and find somebody to try to compete with. You know, the Norwegians were very physical, and at the beginning they were a little confused. They're like, "What's going on?" Because a spur ride it gives opportunity for lower enlisted soldiers to step up in leadership positions, and they were a little bit confused by that. They're like, you know, why is a private telling us what to do and they don't know what to do and we're just getting smoked out here? So after explaining to them, they kind of just shut off their brain and they were just along for the ride. But through it all, it was really nice. Got to learn about them, exchange some words, some information, and yeah, they'll probably be some forever friends. Stay motivated. I know they hear that a lot, but it's something that that needs to be done. Challenge yourself. Find some goals and meet them. Short-term goals, long-term goals. Do what you can. Use your resources. Utilize the benefits. I see a lot of soldiers that don't utilize their benefits. And stay proactive, not reactive. My hometown? Yeah. I love my hometown, Tampa, Florida. Yeah, no, I'm very proud of where I'm from. So my favorite quote is by Ernest Hemingway. There's nothing noble about being superior to your fellow man. True nobility comes from being superior to your former self. But that being said, do not forget that iron sharpens iron.